So I've had this YouTube channel since 2011, but it hasn't been. It's been more like a hobby. It hasn't been like a, you know, super professional channel. But I want to get it so that it is like that. And I just went through. I think it's the last experimental phase that I'm going to have to go through in order for me to have all the information I need in order to make music videos of myself singing, and then have mixing that with found footage, and also video that I can go shoot myself around Sacramento area where I live. And I researched all the locations around here a long time ago. I know where everything is, like that, because I was a Lyft and Uber driver, and so I would go and photograph places when I was on my way back from like long airport trips, and I photographed like practically, I don't know, 2/3 of the state of California that way. But I was lacking things when I was in that phase, and I'm not lacking, I don't think I'm lacking anything in order to make the videos myself, which is the challenge, because like a high budget or something that would impress people, a music video, usually it's made by more than one person. But in this case, last summer, I was ill, and I was stuck at home, and I had nothing. I don't want to say too much about it, but anyway, I was homebound the whole summer, and so I started playing songs on the ukulele and singing them, and then I could see so it's just very close up shot of me just singing it, and some of them, well, did better than others. So I can see now, which songs are the ones that I should work on more. And I tried, every possible song I could think of. And even recently, I went through, all the songs I could think of that are best suited for the instruments that I have, just to see, if I do a quick and dirty, rough version of a song, just singing it live on a ukulele, how many views does it get on YouTube compared to other songs that I've tried? And so now I have a whole bunch of songs that I can look in the YouTube interface, and I can see the most popular song I did was Not a Second Time. It's not a very well-known Beatles song. 1,700 views, 99 likes, and who would have ever guessed such a thing? But now I know that. I think it's because it's just like my voice is kind of in an interesting register for that song, and why was it so popular? I don't know, but so I know, I can sing John Lennon songs. I've got a similar range, so I know that's a song that I should try and make more of a major video out of. And then the second one, I just did it, Boy About Town. Well, who would have thought that I should sing songs with a Cockney accent? But now I know. So yeah, I would, and I mixed that with BBC footage, a little bit of BBC footage around London, and that's I was actually way into the Jam when that album came out, and I had that album. I listened to it a lot, and even though I lived in California, I had mod clothes. I sometimes wore mod clothes around the time that album was out. I had a Fred Perry shirt. I was the only person at my high school that had one. So I feel totally at home playing songs from the mod revival, and mixing London footage with that. That's totally cool with me. So that's the second most popular song I have. So these are like, I look at these, are like, these are the ones that are the most important songs to work on to make a music video out of. And then I have another one, Orange Blossom Special, Johnny Cash. Like, yeah, like when I sing in the lower register, I can make my voice sound almost exactly like Johnny Cash, and that's just because my parents had the Folsom Prison album when I was really young, and I was singing along with that album when I was like, you know, 4 years old. So, but another thing, so to make a music video, you have to have a song, you have to perform it. You can either perform it live as a soloist if you're one person. I'm talking about being one person making the whole video, just one person doing all the work. I can multi-track record it, so I can have multiple parts. You know, I can lay down the guitar part and then have a lead guitar part and make it sound like it's a band playing it, so that there's that option. And then footage, like I live very close to the actual Folsom Prison, but and I think you can actually go there, and I mean, I know you can go there, and I went and I was taking photographs there the last time I was there, so I could actually have pictures of me at Folsom Prison, not as an inmate, but just somebody going to the tour, the gift shop there, you know, to make it, to emphasize it. And then I can, I don't think I would put footage of Johnny Cash in there, but Orange Blossom Special, it's about a train, so I could get footage of a train and put just, it's actually about a train that's not in California. It's it's rolling down the Seaboard line, so it would have to be footage of the Seaboard line, which I guess must be the coastal route on the East Coast. He's going down to Florida to get some sand in his shoes, you know. So I can find footage where it says to put some sand in my shoes. Well, I can get a picture of some sand and shoes and things like that. So for every single line in a song, I can actually get footage and have like apropos footage to go with it, that I'm getting from the archive.org video archive. And now I've gone through to see, like, well, what kind of footage am I likely to get away with using without violating a copyright? And that's something I was always not really sure about. But at this point, I feel like I'm very, very sure of what is appropriate footage to try to post on YouTube, to see if it's okay to use it or not, if it's heavily copyright protected, okay to use on YouTube, all that kind of stuff. And so let's see, what's the next song? So those really are the main three. I mean, like, those were much more popular than the other songs I've done. I did one of Caledonia because I know how to sing it like the original. Well, I don't know if it's the original, but the old Louis Jordan way. And then the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I kind of remember this as being more popular, but 362 views just playing it on a ukulele. While sitting at home being completely ill. And then I have another one, Orange Blossom Special, etc. And then another version of the Edmund Fitzgerald. So I can see that I would want to do that, but I'm not sure what kind of footage I would use, you know. I'm not sure about that one because I don't. Anyway, more abstract, like Anytime at All, another Beatles song did pretty well just on a ukulele version. So I would probably do like I don't know, guitar, keyboard, make something that sounds like a commercial recording, and then in Sultans of Swing. So for Sultans of Swing and Boy About Town, I can just collect a bunch of London footage because both of those songs are in London. And yeah, basically like that. I don't know. And then like if I'm now if I have a bunch of, I'll probably do the top 20 or top 30 that I played. And then because the sun is out now in California, at least in Sacramento, the winter doesn't last very long, and so it's basically there's not any more fog anymore outside, and so it's a good everybody wants to start going out and enjoying the sun. But as I'm going out and enjoying the sun and shooting live video, I can take all the live video that I have shot in past years, which I still have on a hard drive here, and I can pull anything that has anything to do with these songs, that like video footage that I can use for it. I could use the actual recording that I've already made, so I don't have to re-record it, since that was the version that was popular. Or I can do a new recording, and then I know like what archival video footage to use also to back it up, just to make it as good as possible. And that's pretty much, I guess, it, other than just adding titles and finding like the right font. Like if I'm gonna do a video for Boy About Town, I would have to find some London mod font. So I'll have to be collecting mod fonts, and then also I could also use still images, but I wouldn't want to make it look like I was trying to actually make a video that's some kind of official video, like for the jam version of the song. I'm just a guy doing a cover of it, and I want my video to look as good as possible, but not look like I'm trying to rip anybody off or steal somebody else's. I wouldn't want to put pictures of the jam in the video, but I would be okay looking at pictures of the part of London where they're from to see if we have any places around here that look like that. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. And in this case, these videos, I'm obviously not going to crank them out. I mean, I think I can probably make 20 of them over the course of the next year. And during that time, I'll probably have other ideas and other opportunities that arise. But at this point, I'm kind of done just testing this song, testing that song, testing this footage to see if it works or not. It doesn't make just doing all that testing. It ends up where I end up losing my viewers because I'm doing stuff that looks really erratic. But it is a necessary part to post footage to see if it is copyright protected or not. And then after I test out a bunch of things over a period of time, then I just clean up my channel and I remove, or I don't show in the index, the clips that were not popular. And so I can go and clean that up now the way I do, and so that if somebody happens across my channel, it doesn't show all the experimentation that I just recently did. And so, yeah, what I would rather have than posting like 300 ukulele solo close-up videos per month, it's better just to produce 1 or 2 videos per month that are, well, that look like a real high budget video, commercial video, because that's what people, I think, are more interested in, or I would rather, even if I don't know, maybe the solo ukulele video that I did will always end up having gotten more hits than the much more difficult to make commercial style video. But I would rather have people seeing a super high quality music video that's made by me, performed by me, all that stuff, than having a million ones where I just ended up getting lucky for one recording. But it doesn't look like a professional video. It's, I guess, people watching it just because my voice did something interesting on that particular day. Anyway, so that's the next phase I'm moving on to, is just to analyze all the data that I have amassed here to get a strategy, and also to be aware of what I need to do to make these, because as I'm going out and driving around, gas is not cheap here. It's important to have in my mind and have the notebook with me when I'm out driving around, to know, like, oh, I should stop here and put on put on an English looking hat when I get over to the English pub. We have a few of them around. If I'm driving past one of them, I can stop by one and stand in front and put on a hat, and then and then add that to the video collection of the London video. And then, a year from now, I might amass it together. I wouldn't necessarily be putting it all together in one day, but I've already done that, and I already have a huge archive of video that I shot, but I didn't have any idea what I was shooting it for. So it's a lot easier if you know what the songs are that you need the video for, so when you go walk around, you can end up with footage that's appropriate for that. And there's a lot of techniques that I've learned where you can set your phone on the car window and stand next to your car, and I might have a huge field behind me and there's nobody around, so I could stand next to somebody's farm on the side of a highway and I could do a whole acting routine there for 5 minutes, and I wouldn't draw any attention, it just looks like I'm talking to somebody on the speakerphone. People do it all the time these days. So it is possible to take I have a 4K phone, so actually my phone is the best camera that I have right now, and that will probably continue to be the case, especially now that they are building zoom lenses into phones. The phone I have is 4K. I bought it a few years ago, but it doesn't have an optical zoom lens. It has a digital zoom, and it's not very satisfying. So it takes good pictures if you're close to it, which is fine. So I can go anywhere. I could go in the middle of downtown San Francisco and stand there and set my phone on the edge of the car and act out a whole scene with there might be a 1,000 other bystanders behind me, but since it's a crowd scene, I might be able to get away with using it. I don't know. I'd have to talk to a lawyer about it. In the meantime, I can go drive the car next to the Pacific Ocean and set the video recording, set the phone on the window, stand there, do a whole presentation about the Pacific Ocean, and then use that footage later somehow. So it is possible to get really, and it's very stable because it's on the car. You can also set the phone in like on a tree branch. There's a bunch of places where you can set your phone where nobody will notice that it's there, and you can just stand there and do your presentation, and people think that you're just talking to somebody on the speakerphone, and you're just one of those people. I just like to make gestures with my hands when I'm talking to people on the speakerphone. There's a lot of people like that. In fact, I see people doing that at the supermarket here, having long conversations with other people. So that's what I wanted to share, and so I'm gonna probably not be posting as many. Like the last batch of songs, I can see that it's not my destiny to be playing music that's like new music. It's more like I think people want me more to be playing like music from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, I think, because that's what's way more popular. And then there's some songs too, like Jambalaya. You know, I mean, it was a hit in the '50s for Hank Williams, who wrote it, and then the Carpenters did a version, and I think the Carpenters version is what people are. But everybody did a cover of it, so that's not really. I wouldn't say it's a '50s song. It's something that people have done covers of. Anyway, that's one of my songs, Jambalaya. The Killing Moon, and maybe even Dirty Old Town, Eleanor Rigby. Yeah, so I'm okay with that. Anyway, that's all I can think to say for now. Okay, ciao.